two, down to one. It's Deans. Yes!
This ball is crushed.
MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on BS and real, my rhymes convict and heal.
Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook, joined today by Big Juan from the Big Apple. What's up, dog?
What's up, Mr. Cook? Welcome to the show.
You know, man, I'm just living the dream over here. I'm happy as ever because football season has started on all fronts. I'm watching my son's football games on Friday. I'm watching college football on Saturday and watching NFL football on Sunday.
That's committed. That's commitment.
And you know what? There's an NFL game tomorrow. So honestly, it just starts tomorrow. It starts Thursday through Monday. It's
Thursday
crazy.
through Monday, just football. A lot of pigskin.
What a time to be alive, Juan. Hey, how have you been?
Good. You know, just trying to keep up with you. You know,
Dog, what?
You're active these days.
Active, man.
I'm just trying to live up to you, man.
I'm energized, dog. I'm ready to
That's
go.
good.
But in that, but I'm energized in life. But the Cowboys, they're negative energy, and they bring me down. They bring me down. Why?
No, the Cowboys are your greatest energy as long as they're not playing.
Exactly. So as long as it's not Sunday, I'm feeling good.
Like, yeah,
Sundays, I really have to practice emotional intelligence.
Cowboys are your off-season juice. That's how you keep going. But then once the season starts, then you know.
Dog, yeah, exactly. It's downhill. Dog, are you serious? But anyways, we're gonna get to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to the Cowboys. There's a lot of football going on. We're gonna get to the Jets and the new look Jets, new coach, new quarterback. We're gonna talk about all that. But first, I want to ask you about the game of the week. I think Bills versus Ravens Sunday night. It was a thriller. It looked like it was going to be a blowout by the Ravens. Bills came back, won it. Juan, are these the best two teams in the NFL? Because both those teams are stacked.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no, right? Because neither of those teams have won the Super Bowl in the last,
That part.
20 years or whatever since the last time the Ravens won, right? And the Bills, I don't think they've ever won. But I mean, they look fantastic, right? Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson neck and neck for MVP, and Josh Allen kind of showed why he was MVP last year, right? You know, like down the stretch, he came through and did all the plays and did all the things, and they won. But again, so it's easy to say, oh, these two are the best teams, but you can look at them from this perspective. They each gave up over 40 points.
Big Juan. Hey, come through with the facts, please. Let them know.
They each scored 40 points. Yeah, that's great, but they also gave up 40 points. And like I said, they haven't won a Super Bowl, either one of them, when they were, and especially the Ravens, right? Everything was the table was set for them, and they didn't come through for crazy reasons, right? Like we can go back to those games where insane kind of no running, whatever. But and Derrick Henry looked like, I thought this was a year Derrick Henry might start to decline a little bit, but man, he looked insane.
He looked fresh.
he looked insane, except his fumble was kind of the nail in the coffin. So
that was it.
I mean, for entertainment purposes, sure, right? As of week one, they're the two best teams in the NFL. Whether they're gonna win it all, they gotta just do it, right? Like I said, they gave up, but they gave up 40 points. So
that's a good point.
At
Who
times,
knows
the
if their defense is any good?
They're like, as much as we talk about the Baltimore defense or whatever, and Josh Allen is a special.
Yeah. And honestly, Juan, the dual threat quarterbacks, there's a lot of them around the league. They make it hard on any defense because Josh Allen's not just mobile, but it's hard to get him down when you get to him. Like he's running around fast, and then when you get to him, you can't get him down.
It takes a village. Yeah,
it's crazy.
He's a handful. He's a load.
He's impressive, and as impressive as Lamar Jackson is, man, Josh Allen's starting to look like that dude. I don't know, man.
Lamar Jackson, I mean, he looks awesome. I mean, he throws the ball 60 yards effortlessly. Like he just flicks his wrist.
He's got a gun,
and the ball's down there, and he's still so fast. But at the crunchiest times, he hasn't come through. right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy to say,
And it's
but
not like Josh Allen really has either because he hasn't made it to
right,
the
right.
big
Again,
one.
yeah,
So, like, you were right about that. Neither of them have won a chip. So, to
yeah.
say they're the best two teams in the NFL sounds a little premature. But right now, like you said, week one, first take, that is what it is. I feel like they are the two best teams in the
Yeah,
NFL.
week one.
I can't wait to see what happens throughout the rest
Although
of the season
I'll
because
say this, I'm going to give honorable mention to the Packers. I think that if they continue the trajectory they kind of showed in the last 3 years,
yeah,
they're going to be right there. And the Lions don't look like them at all.
they lost both their
So I don't know what they're
coordinators.
going to be able to fix. But honorable mention to the Packers as after week one.
Yep, they look good. They look good. And Lions lost their coordinators, so we'll see how that goes.
That
Everything
looks
is
rough.
really
That
different.
looks rough. That looks tough.
It looks different over there. It really
Yeah.
does. Let's get right to it, Juan. The Jets,
Yeah.
the Jets played with Mr. Fields for the first time against
Mr. Rogers.
your ex, Aaron Rodgers. How did it look? Because obviously Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, I mean Aaron Rodgers, sorry. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers pulled it out. Um, Fields, honestly, from what I'm hearing, I didn't watch the game, I just saw highlights. And from what I'm hearing on like the different networks, he played well.
No, he played really well.
Okay.
Justin Fields was not the reason they lost at all. Like he did everything he needed to do for them to win. And at the, like when they Gibson, which by the way, he was released, he was cut.
Really?
He had a crucial fumble on a kickoff return that just kind of turned it all around, because the Jets were up, I think, 9 at the time.
Oh, wait, Gibson, and he's the one that he had a good play. Was it last year where he ran a touchdown back, or was that
It's been 2 years.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Juan said it's been 2 years. What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, he had a crucial fumble. So again, the Jets, they played really well. I think Justin Fields did great. He looked good, except that I still think he needs, in my opinion, he still needs, a few games, which is totally understandable. He's not that top tier quarterback that's just going to come into a system like Rodgers did with the Steelers.
Yeah.
Freaking sling it.
Yeah.
And then, just to kind of get off track a little bit, it just goes to show how terrible Hackett was.
I know.
Because how does Rodgers come in to the Steelers with arguably a poorer receiving core than he had with the Jets, and he throws 4 touchdowns and lights it up? I mean, you can argue that he was hurt last year, still, recovering from his Achilles or whatever,
Which is a possibility.
I think it just speaks terribly about Hackett. But anyway, going back to this specific game, Justin Fields looked good. I think as long as he stays healthy, and they just, they relied heavily on the run game. That was a big part of it. They ran the ball a lot and they ran it well.
Hall played well. Hall played well.
And Garrett Wilson was great.
Yeah.
I think from what I saw, the biggest Achilles heel is they don't have another receiver. I think they're going to have to get the tight ends more involved. I think somebody's got to figure that out, right?
Yeah.
I think they got to get the tight ends more involved. If they can get the tight ends more involved, they can kind of help Garrett Wilson more.
Who is the receiver on the other side? Who is the receiver on the other side?
I don't even know their names. That's the thing.
That's why. But I did
Williams or
tad note for. Oh yes, they have Mike Williams from the Chargers. Yeah.
No. But it's some other guy. I don't even think it's Williams, to be honest.
He was there last. Oh, okay. But
Mike Williams is gone too. He's
oh my God.
Gone.
I'm about to say he's a pretty good number 2. Okay, he's out of there. He's out. But what I was gonna say is what I heard about Fields and Wilson is they played in Ohio State together, and I didn't know
they did. Yeah.
So they already kind of have it. And maybe that's good for Fields.
He hit Wilson with some nice throws, like time and over the shoulder type throws, and in those types of things. So look, they have some solid stuff going. I just think they're gonna miss. They're not gonna be able to always run the ball that great. So the pressure is gonna build on Justin Fields, and we'll see if he'll come through. But overall, here's the thing: you feel good that they're not the shit show that a lot of people thought they were.
Yeah, they put up points,
at least in week one.
Yeah,
they should have won. That's the thing. But NFL, no moral victories. It doesn't matter that they look good. Like at the end of the day, the Pittsburgh Steelers are a perennial winner, right? Not necessarily Super Bowls, but they're a perennial winner.
Yeah.
Right? That team is hard to beat on any given Sunday, no matter who's playing. That's just the type of team they are. And the Jets have been a perennial loser, right, for a long time. And so they just, and I don't
Come
mean that.
on. Perennial
Well, I don't
loser.
mean that.
Come on,
I don't mean that disparagingly. I mean that it takes it. You have to learn how to win, right? Like you don't come in as like, oh, we did all the things. Now you got to put it on the field.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the Steelers pulled through. And by the way, a lot of luck involved. There was a questionable. Ultimately it was pass interference, but it was a little questionable pass interference. Like gave him, an easy 15 yards, and then Rodgers hit Metcalf across the middle for like 6 or 7 yards. It bounced off his chest. It bounced.
Oh, I saw.
And Metcalf rolls into the first down and bounces it, and it drops in his basket.
I saw that. I saw that play.
And then Boswell hits a 60-yarder for the go ahead.
So that was the game-winning drive. That happened on the game-winning drive.
That was the game-winning drive for them to win by 1 point or 2 points, whatever it was. So, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I mean. You could say it's the Jets curse or whatever, and it sure looks that way. But these are the things that you have to overcome mentally, and these are the things that you gotta learn from, and that's how you learn to win. You gotta push through this kind of stuff, and so that's where the Jets are at. It seems like Aaron Glenn's got a good thing going over there as far as them competing and so forth, and so no moral victories. They got to be upset. They got to be mad about it. They can't just be like, oh, we scored 30 points when last year we couldn't even score 3. So it's got to be, they got to be upset. They got to be on it, and hopefully it's going to be tough. They play the Bills.
So that's who's next week. That's what I was going to ask you.
Bills next week. So, but hey, learn by going through the fire.
Yep.
And it would have been nice to beat Rodgers. It sucks that he won, but you know what? Like again, this was never going to be a Super Bowl year. I mean, come on.
He said,
but I think there was enough there for you to feel good about that. But you also just got to be hard on them so we can get to this winning formula. Like, hey, no excuses.
Yeah, I got you. So we're feeling pretty good about the young core and the new coach. And you guys play the Bills, obviously. Are you guys going over to Buffalo, or are they coming?
I think it's here in New York.
It's in New York. That's good. So you guys got home field advantage. We're going to be optimistic, Juan. We're going to be positive about it.
Look, the Bills, who knows? Maybe they're on a high. Maybe they're a little burnt out. I don't know. We'll see. And the Jets haven't always – they don't play the Bills terribly. Like the Jets, if it's any team a good team that they've played okay – in spots is
Bills. And usually in division teams do play each other tough. So
right.
So y'all
the Bills still ahead, but
it should be a good game.
It was not like when the Tom Brady Patriots.
And like you said, they gave up 41 points. So Justin Fields might be able to run around and do some things. He's kind of got the same kind of skill sets, not Lamar Jackson.
Right. And not Josh Allen, but
he's got the same kind
of enough. Right.
He can make it hard on a defense.
For sure.
We've talked about the Jets. Go Jets.
ETS.
And what we're talking about next, we're going to go right to the Cowboys. We played first game of the season. A lot of drama before a snap was even played, before a play was even played. That was hilarious, by the way. I was literally on my couch, and then I got up and I was like, "Get him out of here!" As soon as I saw the loogie, I knew he was out of here. Okay, but for our audience that doesn't know, the Cowboys played the Eagles, and before snap was even played, Dak Prescott spit on the ground towards Jalen Carter and smiled at him. And he baited Jalen Carter to walk up to him and spit on his neck or whatever, face.
Right.
It looked crazy. And then he gets ejected immediately. I was so hyped, because we went right down and scored a touchdown. Ran right up their gut. Because he's their D tackle. If y'all don't know, Jalen Carter is the Eagles' up-and-coming great D tackle if he doesn't get suspended for spitting on people. But he got suspended. We ran right down the throat. I'm like, let's go. Let's go, Cowboys. We're back. and then, in Cowboy fashion, the game is really close all the way down to the very end. Could have won it, should have won it. Fumble in the red zone. CeeDee Lamb drops 100 yards worth of passes in the fourth quarter. He still had 100 some yards. It was a crazy game, up and down of emotions. That's how the Cowboys treat you week one. Um, I couldn't expect anything more or anything less, honestly. I don't know how to feel about them because we lost Micah Parsons, obviously. I talked about that in my last episode with Matt. So I'm over that. Hurt to see him win with the Packers. Hurt to see him win with the Packers, and the Packers look amazing, like you said earlier. Juan, how do you feel? I haven't asked you about how did you feel when you heard about Micah Parsons getting traded to the Packers from the Cowboys? How did you feel?
Obviously, I'm not as invested as you are, but it's a bit shocking, but not terribly. Like if it would have been another team, I'll be honest, if it would have been another team, then it would have been more shocking.
Yeah.
With the Cowboys, you kind of expect some crazy things.
Really?
So,
See,
yeah,
I was a super fan, so I'm like, there's no way we could ever trade Micah Parsons.
but you know what? At the end of the day, though, what if they get those 2 first-round picks
Hey,
pan
at the
out?
end of the day, now that it's
You
said
know?
and done, and we got a good player we got Kenny Clark. He's not Micah Parsons, and he's a little long
Right.
in the tooth. He's well, not long in the tooth, but he's 30 in football years. He's on the
But
back
still,
end.
two first-round draft picks is significant, and they're not paying. And Jerry Jones already paid,
Yeah,
Prescott and Lamb, and he's not going to pay Micah
exactly.
Parsons,
So we could
obviously.
spread the money around, maybe get a couple more free agents next year with
So
that money.
so I'm not ready to be like, oh, that was the most terrible
No, it
thing.
wasn't. It
But
wasn't. But it
it
wasn't a win
was
now move. I'll tell you
right,
that much, Juan.
but it's it was still significant, and all
My
those
my
things.
my problem, Juan, and then we'll get off the Micah Parsons stuff. I'll get back to the game, guys. I'm sorry, but my thing about it is we get Pickens from the Steelers, and I'm like, oh, we're trying to win now. Let's go. Don't even want to pay our best player, the best defender in the entire NFL. No, okay, top three. Best pass rusher. I'll give you best pass rusher.
Arguably,
Arguably, yeah. And
best
that
player. I mean, best defensive player.
that's upsetting because I was like, oh, we're trying to win now. And then when we trade him, I'm like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe we're maybe we're looking at this from a long-term thing, but whatever. Let's get back to the game. We lose to the Eagles after coming out strong. Obviously, we fumble in the red zone. I said it already. CD dropped 100 yards worth of passes in the fourth quarter. I'm not even lying. It's crazy. He had 4 drops. That's a lot for one guy.
Yeah,
Um,
for a one guy in the sense that he's the number one receiver
yeah, it
and
was
and
very
one of the highest second highest paid
yeah,
receivers.
yeah. So it's very uncharacteristic. So hopefully he bounces back this week against who we playing? Who we playing? Oh, we play the Giants, so they suck. Let's go.
I picked up your defense on fantasy, so
Yeah, so
just
I'm
counting on that the Giants are that bad.
very bad. And Malik Neighbors is already yelling at the coach and yelling at Russell Wilson. They're talking about starting the rookie. Start the rookie. Let's go.
Yeah, just
Bring him
give
on
him
in.
give him some experience.
Yeah.
Uh, one thing I'll say about your game,
Oh
look,
yeah.
besides the things you've mentioned, I also thought, Dak Prescott's also another really well-paid quarterback, right? Is he like third in the league, third highest or
Yeah.
something?
Oh yeah. He's
Something
paid
like that.
well,
Like
handsomely.
well over 200 million.
45 a year.
There's a couple throws in there that I thought, like when you're demanding that kind of money that you have to make,
You got to make.
particularly across the middle with the seam routes with the tight ends.
Yeah, he had
It
trouble
was
connecting with Ferguson. And that's usually his bread and butter. So that
in
was
NFL terms, dude was wide open in the end zone. He just needed to put like another foot of air under the ball, and that's a touchdown. That's a go-ahead touchdown.
Yep. I
Those
saw
are the
that
kinds of
too, and
things
I was
like you
upset.
have to do, like you have to make, like you have to have them. Like for the Jets, going back a little bit, there's 2 interceptions that went through 2 defenders' hands. Like
Yeah.
you want to learn how to win. Those are the things that you have
Got
to
to
do.
capitalize. Got to
Have to do.
capitalize on that.
Well, on those types of things with the Cowboys, I saw Dak. And I didn't even watch the whole game. I just watched like in spots. But I saw that drive, and I was like, dude. And then the very next couple throws, he basically throws between the two defenders, and the guy gets his head almost taken off.
bro. Like
Those are the throws you can't do. You know,
Dak, Dak, Dak Prescott is interesting because he stands in there and makes the tough throws, and he does pretty well. But he always, like you said, he has head scratcher moments. He's not the most. He's really. He's like,
is that the cat?
see, these are times, Juan. These are times when we practice emotional intelligence. I love you. I love you, Prince. We love you. It's okay. It's okay. And we're not going to edit that. This is staying in the show. Anyways, but where was I? We were talking about Dak Prescott. So he stands in there and makes the good throws, but he always has the head scratchers where you're like, how do you do this? And like you said, you can't be paid top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. And this type of stuff happens on the big stage all the time.
Right.
He plays well against bad teams. He plays well against the Giants. We're probably going to kill them. And it's going to be like, ooh, Cowboys, But what does it look like when we play teams like Green Bay, like the 49ers, of old? I don't know how the 49ers are now, but if we were to play the Bills, that's when it gets spooky for Dak. And it's the same story. I have nothing to say about Dak until the playoffs. If we make it, I don't think that's a thing. I'm not gonna say it's not a thing because our division is.
Well, they're lucky. They're in the NFC, right? The
Yep.
NFC right now, they're not super weak, but they're not as strong as the AFC,
The
right?
AFC is crazy right now. You're right.
There's gonna be 10-win teams probably in the AFC that are not gonna get into the playoffs. So
Yeah. So the Cowboys, we're gonna move on from them right now. For now. Like I said, we play the Giants. Hopefully, we beat the skirts off them and send them back to NY.
hopefully, I see a pick six, sacks
For the defense, yeah, get you some points. Big Juan. Hey, and the Jets are the team in New York, not the Giants. Let's go. Let's move right on. I'm going to ask you one more quick question before we get out of here. Now, after watching I know it's early and you like Justin Fields, but would you take another, would have rather run it back with Aaron Rodgers? Or are you happy with where you're at with Justin Fields as your QB?
After seeing him play, especially, I think I'm good with Justin Fields. Look, Aaron Rodgers there's just too much crap going on with him, and I think that's the reason why the Jets told him thanks but no thanks for another year. There's just too much stuff, and the team just needs to be all in on something other than Rodgers. Like, look, don't get me wrong. Like, I think Rodgers with the right. I think in this system, they probably would have been all right. Like they probably would have won some games or whatever. I think they would have been okay. But I think I'm good with Justin Fields, who has a chip on his shoulder, has something to prove. He wants to you could tell the dude wants to be better. Like he wants to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like a freak athlete that just relies on his legs. Like he's really trying to.
Yep.
Work on his game. So I appreciate all that. And that mentality fits in with what the Jets are trying to do. So,
and honestly, I could see that. It sucks for him because I've seen that. I saw that with him when he moved to Pittsburgh last year and he was battling with Russell Wilson for a spot. Like I was rooting for him. I was
Right.
rooting for him to get a job. Obviously, it didn't work out all the way because he's with the Jets now. But I'm rooting for him again. Like I like Justin Fields.
I listen. I'm a fan. I was never really a big fan of his, but now I'm not. I'm
Gotta be.
But now
he's
he's the quarterback, and I like where his head is at and where he's coming from, and I like the fit. It's good.
We'll see. And like I said, guys, I could talk all day about Micah Parsons and how I want to ask you how you feel, Juan, about Cowboys moving forward. Obviously, you said it. You're not mad at the trade, but if you were a Cowboys fan in my shoes, would you have rather kept Micah Parsons or?
Oh yeah, I think as a fan that you want to keep the guy that's already proven commodity, right? Like
Exactly. Yeah,
he's
okay.
put it on the field already. Like
Okay.
it's tough to go with draft picks unless you're a super football nerd, then you go with the draft capital.
Because you're thinking analytical all the time.
But you're a fan right now. Like No, you're not gonna get rid of Michael Parsons. He's like he's literally putting food on your table.
But
And then you're
like you said, Juan, I'm a nerd, so I get all the draft capital and stuff. Like
yeah, yeah.
that's why I can like stomach it. And I'm a little older. I get it.
But you still have to process it, right? Like
Yes.
it's not just like a done
At
thing
first,
or
I was
whatever,
livid. I think
you
the
know?
day it happened, I said, I'm done with football,
Yeah, I saw
period, and I'm giving my life to
post.
Christ. I said I'm giving my life,
You
and
look
of
down.
course, it's a good thing to do, but that is where I was at. I was done. I was
Yeah.
going to start going to church on Sunday, every Sunday religiously, and be done with the NFL.
Right.
But I'm back.
But you're back. You snapped out of it.
Hey, and I love God. I love Jesus. I still go to church, guys. Stop. But we're checking the score while the pastor's doing his thing. I'm checking the Cowboys score. That's what's happening, you know. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way.
That's all good. I won't be doing the judging. God will.
Hey, but Juan, thank you so much for joining the show, bro. We had to recap week 1 because it was an exciting one. We'll reconnect in a couple weeks, see how the Cowboys are doing. Juan, anything to say to the fans before we get out of here?
You know where I'm at, and click subscribe and like this video.
Yes, sir. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tapping in week 1. We'll be back for week 2. Da, 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 da,
All right,
da,
man.
da, da.
Rookie in the paint, going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need a layup. Rookie in the paint, going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need a layup. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm Morpheus and real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lines a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff times, you know believe when I drop. Call for it, Kalinko in the Blizo spit. Auto like free throws, Vahito. Circle loose, stroke magic. Rhymes over